Hey guys, it's Frosty. Figured I'd do a quick video here, going through my Equinox because it was getting really ugly. There last summer, me and my kiddo, we put some of that ceramic glaze on the car. Everyone's bragging it up. Oh, ceramic glaze is awesome. Well, no, it's not. I found out the hard way. After a month or two, that stuff just literally turns to glue. So like all winter long, every bit of dust and dirt and salt and crap has literally been gluing itself to my car. I go to the car wash and wash her up, and it looks worse than it did, before I washed it. It's ridiculous. So, and again, that's kind of why I wanted to do this video. I figure, well, what the hell, let me show you guys how I'm going to make this old Equinox look like $1,000,000 again. So, I mean, you look at the hood there. You can see almost mirror reflection there. I've already done about half the car. I did the hood and the entire driver's side. But when you come over here, look at the passenger side. I mean, it's dingy, it's ugly. And like I said, I just washed this at Freddy's up in Fremont. So, I mean, it's filthy, You see all kinds of just crap everywhere. Look at the back, it's just horrid. But, you come around this side where I've already worked. Hi. So, I'm going to kind of walk you through what I'm doing to get rid of that ceramic glaze. And maybe in another video we'll kind of touch on the black plastics, cover that. That is if my dog will shut up. Baby's grumpy because she can't reach me. But, time to get at it. Baby dog. Baby, what are you doing? What are you doing? Huh? What are you doing? You big nerd. Okay, so, first step, and I hope this would occur to most of you, is wash and dry your fender, well, your car, whatever. I'm doing it panel by panel, so I just washed the fender here real quick. But, wash and dry, mild soap. You don't have to use anything fancy, just regular old soap. But you're going to need a polisher of some sort, whether it's a full 10-inch or a little 6-inch like this one. Gotta have you a polisher, okay? Orbital polishers, they're the best. This is just a standard, well, it's Meguiar's, but this one is the show car glaze. And I'll tell you what, this polish works really well. I like it. It's not overly expensive. One bottle will go a long way. But get it on your pad there. And I know the pad looks kind of dirty, but that's the one I've been using throughout the whole job. So why change it out now? Change it once the job's done. But just give her a little smatter. Get it spread, because otherwise when you hit that power switch, it is going to fling your polish everywhere. But start working that down. Whoop, I think we come unplugged. We did. Okay, now we're going again. The power cord pulled out on me. I had it knotted. Didn't figure it would, but it did. But you just work that in. Try not to sit there and do this. Try to work in long, wide patterns, because that'll help you avoid any kind of stroke, any kind of circular marks. I'm sure plenty of you have seen when some of these guys that buff a car. It comes back looking like a whole crap load of little bitty circles all over the car. So I say, always make nice wide motions. Now, what I was saying about that ceramic glaze, after you polish into this for a while, you can actually see that ceramic glaze get real spotty, and it'll almost have like a spider web effect in the paint. Now that's when you know you're breaking her up real good. So, you see where I'm making nice wide passes, not focusing on one area in particular. You don't want to drag your pad real hard. Yeah, see there, you can see that ceramic glaze right there. See that spider web? That's where we got to start working, trying to knock that garbage off of there. I mean, I know being a used car, it's got plenty of scratches in it, but you know what? It's mine. I want to take care of it. So if you guys want to get your car looking decent, and you haven't spent a crap load on some Mercedes, but you want to look as good as one, believe me, this will help. So I'm going to turn the camera off. I'm going to continue working. You guys can see where I'm going here. You can see what I'm doing. So I'm going to get this work done, and then we'll pick it back up. Okay, so see where we got kind of almost hazy, almost flat look? That's about where we want to be, okay? Now, at this point, this is when we're going to switch from the regular fleece head for polishing, or well, for buffing, I should say. We're going to switch over to a terry cloth polishing bonnet, and we're going to knock that all down, and then we're going to go to my secret little weapon, which I haven't really seen anybody else do, but we're going to get to that. So let's switch the bonnets on our polisher now. Alright, so we got our fleece bonnet on. They also sell microfiber ones, which I planned on buying some, but of course our local stores don't have any. So, for a fresh job, want some fresh bonnets, this will have to do. Just regular terry cloth polishing bonnet. There's nothing on it. I'm going to use that to kind of knock that polish down some. So, let's get to it. Again, don't make small movements. Don't sit there and try to work it in a circle. Nice, broad, wide movements. That'll help eliminate swirling. You don't have to kill it on pressure either. I mean, you want to just kind of ride that on there, but don't try to pound it down. Just let it do its work, Like my dad always told me, let the tool do the work for you. If you use the tool the way it's intended, it will work perfect every time. Let the tool do the work. Don't try to pressure it. But again, wide movements. Nothing short. Don't do this. Keep your movements broad, and that will eliminate swirling. I promise you, when I'm done with the car, you're not going to see a single swirl anywhere. But you can see that polish is starting to lift, starting to fade. We're just going to work it in for a couple minutes, because if you look close behind it, you can kind of see a swirl there. You got ding 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 or real marks there. Those will start to fade as you work it. Try not to follow the same pattern every time. Do kind of alternate up and down. That does seem to help. And always make sure to kind of ride into the body lines where you've got different textures, different shapes. Like right there at the rim of that fender, kind of ride down into there, come up, hit the edge, right on that radius. So I say don't press your polisher in there. Don't try to kill it. Let it do what it's supposed to do. Once that starts to work down, you can see it visually, especially if you've got direct sunlight. That definitely helps you see what that polish is doing. If you don't have, if you're on the shady side of the car like I am now, especially if the sun decides to duck behind the clouds, just kind of tilt down, angle your view, you'll be able to see it. You see any kind of hazy spots, you know it's still there. As it starts to lift, it will disappear. You will see a difference. But I'm going to go ahead and finish this, and then we'll get on to the next step. Okay, now we got some of that, got that haziness knocked down. It's just about ready to finish here. So what I've done, see a clean, dry terry or microfiber wash rag. I've kind of pressed that under that buffing head. So what I'm going to do, flip that on and just kind of let it ride real nice and easy, working on a horizontal panel like this, up and down. Always kind of watch that edge. Make sure you're not, pressing into your polisher too awful hard, because it'll make that rag kind of sit stationary. You don't want that, because then it'll go up in here and it'll bite the rag, and then it becomes a real pain in the butt to get it out of there. But this, like I say, this is a step that I've kind of used in the past. It works for me. I don't know if anybody else does this. I do. It works. But so far this is about the best way I've seen of doing your final cut, your final pass on these. So we're gonna get to it. Like I said, you just want to let it ride kind of free. Don't want to press and bind it. I am not left-handed, so holding this camera with my right and doing this with my left is a pain. You see how shiny that got all of a sudden? It's not hazy, it's not dull. That's exactly what we're aiming for. Now you will want to go back over your car after you're done doing all this. Give it a good clean, good solid washing, and make sure to wax it with just like a basic carnauba wax, butter wax, something along those lines. Don't use that ceramic garbage, especially if you live in an environment like I do. I mean, we're out in the middle of nowhere, surrounded by farms. So there's a lot of dust in the air, and that's part of the problem where that ceramic stuff is up. See, she's wanting to grab. I ain't got both hands to work with, so we're going to hold you with my chin. There we go. There we go. Okay. But, I mean, just that quick hit with that microfiber cloth. You see the difference already? That really polishes that up really nicely. Yeah, so I'm going to go over it a few more times with the microfiber cloth. Now we'll do a side-by-side with the passenger side door and the passenger side fender here, and let you see exactly what the difference makes, okay? So, I'm going to get to it, guys. Be right back with you. Okay, so here we are back again. We got the final little rag polish done there. Now, let me walk over here. I think you guys should be able to see quite a bit of difference there between that fender and that door. About ready to stumble over them, but part of being disabled, it happens. But I mean, you guys can see the results. I mean, this is what this is an 08. Mechanically, is really sound, but visually, she's got some flaws. I mean, it's not dented up or wrecked or anything, but I mean, it's got some scratches in it and just basic stuff like that. The headlights need replaced, which for an 08, yeah, it kind of goes without saying. Yeah, I know the wheels need redone, but we'll do that on a later day. I already have supplies to redo the wheels. But I mean, you can see the difference there. World of difference. That's why I said, if you got an inexpensive used car, that's all you can afford. Whatever, it can still be a good-looking car, man. Get on it. Go out and get you some polish and a cheap $13 Harbor Freight polisher. There's nothing to it. You know, like I said, if my gimped up handicapped rear end can do it, so can you. You know, I'm no genius by any stretch. I'm disabled. You can't really do a whole lot of stuff you normal guys can do, but you know, if I can do this, so can you. So get at it, man. Take a little pride in your ride. Oh, baby, hush up, silly dog. But, alright, that is enough for today. It's looking like it's going to rain, so I'm calling it. I'm going to get back inside and go have me a cup of coffee. So, I hope you guys learned something. Hope it pays off for you. Hope you give it a shot. So, good luck. Catch y'all later. Make sure to like and subscribe, all that happy garbage. But, have a good one.